formed Mangalacharan, the one who is the main protagonist of this Bhagavata, of whom this story and saga is based. He introduced us to the form, power, and nature. We have often give salutation to this God. But what is the nature of this God? What is their form? What are their power? Because for becoming someone's, for surrender to someone, there are three main things. The first is the eye.
Chakshu Priti.
First of all, the eye should see them and be attracted. Second is mind. The mind does not pay that much attention to the form. The mind is very emotional. It sees the nature. And if there is a very loving nature, then the mind becomes theirs. Your intellect. The intelligence sees influence. When your intellect surrendered to someone, when there is someone with much more power than oneself, so intelligence sees power. So, if someone with more power appears, the intellect surrenders to him. And that is why Vyasji introduced the form, power, and nature of God so that these three, eye, intellect, and mind, become gods. What is the form of God?
Satchidananda Rupaya. Dekho Rupaya kaha.
This is not a story of formless Brahma. This is one with form. And he has such an appearance that our mind becomes his as soon as we seize him. You have to maintain your focus in everything else. But here, just see the forms of our Lord. Go to Badrinath, go to Dwarka, so you will see Chaturbhuja in the beautiful form. Go to Jagannath Puri and you will see the God. If you go to Padmanath, you will see him sleeping form. And Srinathji in the middle. Then you'll see the Srinathji Baba with his hands folded across his waist and standing at the gate of Nikunj with his left hand calling, all of you, come, 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 come.
એક તારો હાથ ઊંચો શ્રીનાથ અને સૌને બોલાવતો ઊંચો કરી હાથ ઉક્ષિપ્ત હસ્ત પુરુષો ભક્ત બાકારે દક્ષિણેન કરેણાસુ મુષ્ટિકૃત્ય મનાંસન વામ કરમ સમુદ ધૃત્ય નિહનુતે પશ્ચાતુરિમ.
The spirit of Srinathji is shown in this. Look how beautiful our Srinathji is. And now see the many forms of our Lord Krishna. Sometimes with butter in hand, walking on knee in the courtyard of Nandalaya, beset by the Vrajraj. As soon as the devotees see him, they get fade away singing Kirtan.
शोभा आज भली बनी आई जल सुत ऊपर अंग विराज भूषण.
Seeing his beauty, even Brahmaji gets stunned. Such beauty.
शोभा आज भली बनी आई जल सुत ऊपर हंस विराजत तापर इंद्र वधु दरसाई दधि सुत लियो दियो दधि सुत में.
What beautiful verses are sung. Sometimes he is in the middle of the cows, when he is approaching to Vraj with the cow herd.
आगे गाय पाछे गाय इत गाय उत गाय.
Swinging the whip and playing the flute. And, beset with Gau Raj. Look at his plays. Sometimes he climbs over the kadamba tree and fills the sound of the flute. Sometimes he goes around the group of gopis, raises one hand and plays Maharasa. Sometimes he comes in the middle of friends, who are sitting in a circle, and eats their butter by licking hands. Look at his appearance. For every different plays, he dons different forms. And sometimes, this 7-year-old child picked up the entire Giri Rajji on his pinky finger. Sometimes wearing Pitambar with Karnakar flower in his ear, taking friends and wandering around Vrindavan. Look at his appearance.
रूप देख नैना पलक लागे नहीं.
There are many stories of his forms, and leaving such a form, people say, close your eyes, look inside, go inside. What do I look inside? And if you wanted to see inside, why did God give you eyes to see outside?
हरिराय जी ने तो कहा हाड़ मांस की कोठरी और भीतर भरी भंगा.
It's only because the packaging is good, therefore we look good. Else, inside is filled with crash, inside is full of debris, so what to look inside? We should see the form that the gopis sung in the Gopi song.
अततीय वेणु को अधर पर पधराते हुए, गायों को चराते हुए जब आप वन में पधारते हैं, लोचन भरी भरी पीजे जी, वल्लभाख्या लोचन भृंग पिए भेणुते प्रगट मुख मकरंद सगुण स्नेही श्यामला
सगुण स्नेही श्यामला अहर्निश दर्शन
અત્યારે હાથ સમય ચાલી રહ્યો છે,
પરમ સુખ
પધારી રહ્યા છે
મંડળ સ્થિર શ્રી વલ્લભ કુંવર તમારું નામ નિરંતર લીજે सुधारस माधुरी लोचन भरी भरी बीजे
सच्चिदानंद रूपा रूप सुधारस माधुरी ते लोचन भरी भरी लोचन भरी भरी.
He says that when the eyelids close, we feel that.
त्रुटिर युगायते त्वाम पश्यता.
As if ages had passed that long. Such is the form of God. This was the sweet part, but the important part says Satchitananda. Both sides will say different. In Prabhu's Gatha there is sweetness part and importance part. Sweetness part is a form, in that formless does not mean without shape, it means supernaturally shaped. It is not like the ordinary form of this world, not having a five material body like ours. It is shaped like a raso vesaha, interesting form. It is formless.
Rupaya.
Rupaya means having such a form. What can be seen by the eyes? What can be heard by the ears? If you take it in your lap, you will feel the joy of its touch. If you put his prasad in your mouth, you will get a holy taste. Such God is in this Bhagwat. It is not a matter of formless Brahma, even if he is Satchitananda form. He is Rasavesaha. Such a form. What a form, Satchitananda. So what is Sat? What is Chit? What is Anand?
Nasato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate sata.
Which is not lacking anywhere. That is the Sata element of God. He is everywhere. He is in everything. He is in everyone.
ईशावास्यम विदम सर्वम एज सर्वत्र आत्मकृतेत परिणामात् सर्वखल इदम ब्रह्म एज रूप नाम विभेदेन जगत क्रीडति यो यतः.
The same is playing with the difference of form and name. The same is everywhere. It means that he sees the good deeds done in secret, and he also sees the sins done in secret. He sees the bread given in secret, and also the bread taken away in secret. He knows everything. So man can hide from the world, but cannot hide from God. And God does not need to use his eyes to see all this. He is watching our deeds with our eyes. He is inside. He watching with our eyes. Man worries about when he get to see God, but man does not worry about God seeing him. If a man thinks that God is watching him, then God will be visible too. First of all, think that God is watching me. Where am I going to hide from him? No man has succeeded by sinning. People find fault in every successful person. I know how he succeeded. All these are just the satisfaction of your mind. His sin did not make him successful, but his courage and bravery did. Only virtue gives happiness, vice never gives happiness. If a thief steals and runs away, he is not happy because of the theft, but because of his adventure, he is happy. Everyone wants to steal, but how would it feel if people saw it? Everyone has been restrained by the fear of it. We do not sin because we do not have desire to sin. Or you don't do it because you will feel bad if others find out. Man is only restrained by the fear of failure.